الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها إن الله كان على كل شيء حسيبا الله لا إله إلا هو ليجمعنكم إلى يوم القيامة لا ريب فيه ومن أصدق من الله حديثا صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها. When you are greeted with a salutation, greet with one better than it, or return the same. Inna Allah kana ala kulli shay'in hasiba. Surely Allah is the one who takes account of everything. Allahu la ilaha illahu. There is Allah, there is no God but He. La yajma'annakum ila yawmil qiyamati la rayba fih. He shall certainly gather you towards the day of doom. La rayba fih, in which there is no doubt about it. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. Who is more truthful in their word than Allah? So yesterday we also talked about another aspect of social commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is about making a recommendation for something, and we went over the meanings and rules of what is shafa'ah hasana and what is shafa'ah sayyi'ah. One thing that should be clarified about it is that, I think I said it yesterday as well, that if a recommendation is made for a good thing, even if that good action is not done by the person who was recommended about it, even then the one who recommends something, they get their reward. Similar is the case for shafa'ah sayyi'ah as well. If somebody recommends somebody towards a sin, encourages somebody to do a sin or injustice, even if that injustice does not take place, even if that sin does not occur, that person who tried to recommend to that person to commit a sin or injustice, they get return from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is an evil return for making their recommendation. This ayah talks about salam. وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُمْ. So when you are greeted with the salutation. So before Islam, the way of Arab people was that they would greet each other by saying Hayyak Allah or An'am Sabah or those kind of things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam perfected the ways of everything. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Muslims this kalima Assalamu alaikum and wa alaikum assalam, and the complete is wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So a sahabi has said, has mentioned it, that there is no salam after the barakah. Ila barakah, salam becomes complete. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This ayah says that when you are greeted with a salutation, فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا. So when somebody greets you with a salutation, return their greeting or return their salutation with an even better thing. So the ruling in Islam is, of the Sunnah, is that if somebody comes to you, the Prophet ﷺ in the same sitting, the Prophet ﷺ was sitting, somebody came and said, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. The Prophet ﷺ said, Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. So increase the response. Then someone else came and said, Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi, Assalamu alayka wa rahmatullah. The Prophet ﷺ said, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Increased another step. Then somebody came, a third person came and said, Ya Rasulullah, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Prophet ﷺ said, Wa alayka. That's it. So that there was another Sahabi sitting, he said, Ya Rasulullah, what's this case? Somebody came and gave you a short salam, you returned with an increased meaning, and then the second step you increased even further, but then when somebody gave you the complete salam, you just said wa alayka with a single word. The Prophet ﷺ said that we have been commanded that if somebody sends a salutation or greeting to us, we return to them with even better or at least the same. So wa alayka, I return all three things upon them. So through his sunnah, the Prophet ﷺ taught the Sahaba that if somebody comes to you and says Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, the response is wa alaikum assalam. Anyway, salam is a very comprehensive greeting. So before Islam, and this has been a norm in all cultures and societies, even today's world, that when somebody meets someone else, they greet them with a gesture of goodwill, with a gesture of peace, with a gesture of to make them comfortable and to make friends with them or to make acquaintances with them. Islam gave a very comprehensive greeting. So before Islam, they would give somebody a dua of long life, Hayyak Allah, right? because they also believed in Allah, although their belief was very corrupt. So they said, Hayyak Allah, Allah give you life. The Prophet ﷺ told them that through salam, not only give them dua of hayat, of life, but also hayat tayyibah, hayat, a peaceful, comfortable hayat, a peaceful and comfortable life. Because salam means peace. Salam means peace. So salam, assalamu alaikum means peace be upon you. So you live peacefully. You not only live, but you live peacefully. And the biggest peace, again, salamti or peace or comfort, is somebody coming into the fold of Islam and living the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to live. So when somebody says salam to someone, it is not only a gesture of goodwill, it is a dua of life, and it is a dua of peaceful life. Fourthly, it is also saying that Assalamu alaikum means that the Prophet ﷺ has said that salam is also one of the names of your Lord, one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you say Salamu alaikum, ulama and mufassireen have written that this also means that Allahu bikum raqiba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes your friend and your companion. May Allah become your friend and your companion, and He show His quality, His attribute of being salam upon you. Also, when you meet somebody, when you are actually giving them dua of peace, then you are also giving them peace yourself, that you are at peace with all the harm and hurt and damage that I can possibly do. So when you say Assalamu alaikum, you give them peace and comfort. Another thing is that this is a reminder. This is a reminder. So this is zikr and tazkir. Salam is zikr and tazkir. When you say salam to someone, you are also remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yourself, and you are also reminding people about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the reason why in whatever kind of a situation you are, sometimes even in Muslim countries, when Muslims meet each other, they feel shy of saying salam. But when they actually do say salam to each other, they are to some extent reminded about them being Muslim, their Islam, their connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all those things. So this is reminder and remembrance. The Prophet ﷺ has said there's several virtues of making salam which should be remembered here, some of them at least. The Prophet ﷺ has said that you will not enter Jannah until your iman is complete, iman is perfect, and your iman will not become perfect until you love each other. And you will not start loving, and one easy method of starting to love each other is that you give salam to every single person. You know them or you don't know them, you give them salam. Similarly, the Prophet ﷺ has said that when somebody comes upon a majlis, a gathering of people, and gives them salam, that person who gives them salam gets a high station in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even if the people who are sitting there do not respond, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a much better creation respond to this salam. Now there's some masail. Number one is that when you enter upon a person who is engaged in ibadah, for example doing zikr, for example praying salah, for example reading the Quran, for example giving or listening to a speech, or making their individual zikr even, it is inappropriate to give them salam. Similarly, when you enter a masjid, you know that people are here for salah and people are here for reading the Quran and ibadat. Most of them, even if they are waiting for salah, they are engaged in their individual zikr. If you come and everyone in the masjid is talking about something, then it is fine that you give them salam. But if somebody is waiting for salah and remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or reading the Quran, or even if there is one person in the masjid who's praying and who will be distracted by your loud collective slogan of salam, then it is not appropriate for somebody to say salam loudly. The other thing is that salam, to initiate salam, is at least sunnat-e muakkada. When two Muslims meet each other, it is the emphatic sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, emphatically enjoined upon sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, that a person says Assalamu alaikum to the other person. When somebody says Assalamu alaikum to someone, then for the second person to respond by saying Wa alaikum assalam or returning their salam becomes wajib, and according to some ulama it even becomes farz. So it is of utmost importance that if somebody gives salam to us, we return. Again, exceptions are when somebody is busy in something even more important, which is praying or reading the Quran or those things. Another exception that came to my mind is that if somebody is in the bathroom or using the toilet, then they should also not be, neither they should be given salam, nor if they are giving salam, they are not supposed to, it is not incumbent upon them to return that salam. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقِيتًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is sorry, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ حَسِيبًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will take account of everything. So after giving these two social commands, why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying this? Because whatever you do with whatever intention, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take hisab of it and give reward for good things and give punishment for bad things. Allahu la ilaha illahu. There is no doubt that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one and the only ilah, the one and the only one worthy of worship. لَيَجْمَعَنَّكُمْ إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. There is no doubt that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to collect all of you, gather all of you on the day of judgment. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا. Whoever, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said all those things, that there is no doubt about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gathering you, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقِيتًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ حَسِيبًا. All those things, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also all powerful and all knowing and has the full capacity to give reward and punish people, and He has said that He is going to gather you, then in all these things, who else can be more truthful than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So you should have perfect and firm belief, and your action should be guided by this belief. Another thing that should be mentioned about salam is that when somebody makes salam, like we said yesterday as well, that an angel, whenever you give a dua to someone, an angel, the Prophet ﷺ has said, it says walaka mithl, the same to you as well. So when you give salam to someone, even if that person does not respond, an angel responds for that dua that we are giving to our brother or the person we are giving salam to. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, salatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbi ighfir warham wa anta khairur rahimin. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Ameen bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin.